Beers and Beers. Welcome to Beers and Beers with Matt.
I'm so very, very happy. Sun is out and I feel something. I'm so very, very happy. Whoa, whoa. I'm so very, very happy. Sun is out and I feel something. I'm so very, very happy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey everybody, how's everything going? This is another edition of Beers and Beards with Matt, the sixth night of Hanukkah, which is the sixth edition of the 8 beers of Hanukkah.
Oh, very nice. I
I
like
know.
that. That's
I don't have
themed.
my menorah here tonight, but we're making enough room for the 3 men.
3 wise men.
3 wise men.
Now it's
so,
2 Christian.
Yeah,
That's
it's like way too
we've brought in
biblical. This thing is getting way biblical, but
2 New Testament.
happy Hanukkah to everybody, sixth night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Okay, that's enough Hebrew for the night.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, everybody. So, got a beer for you guys, and what better to share a big beer with 3 big burly men.
Big men.
Big,
Giant men.
And this is actually Chris's first review.
Hello, everybody.
This is Chris Yamez, a friend of mine. And of course, this is Freddie. I don't mean to leave him out. He's done a few reviews with me. Courtesy. He knows you YouTubers. And tonight we were drinking, I won't open it up, but it did have some nice foil caps.
I know, it's like a champagn
It's like a
bottle
champagne
almost.
bottle.
They really are trying to trick you. You're like,
Super
well, I bought
fancy.
champagne. Just kidding, it's beer.
Beer. What a disappointment to those people. This is from the Blulegrass Brewing Company. You'll notice that the beer I did last night was also from the Blulegrass Brewing Company. This is their Indian Pale Ale. This is Professor Gesser's
I like it. I like the
India Pale Ale.
I'm actually really enjoying the label because it is so...
Weird. It's like...
It's so 90s.
I
It
know.
is so Mario Paint. It's not even funny. It's just like bright neon colors, like just ridiculous placement. So Mario
And as
Paint.
you can see here, it is basically meteors attacking a brain. Which
Listen.
I don't know how that makes sense. Do you have any idea?
This is the first beer, I want to point this out. This is the
I'm still
first
trying to
beer
figure out the colors.
I've ever noticed that has the artist's credit on the label.
It does. This is from M. Moshed.
First beer I've ever seen with an artist.
Whoever
credit.
M. Moshed is, we salute you for coming up with something
And
weird.
for being an egotistical bastard.
Yeah, that too. For even dare putting your name
Your
on a beer bottle.
Your name all over this
You
bottle.
prick. So, this is an IPA, and we're also... Oh, wow.
Pretty good smell.
I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I mean...
It's got an IPA smell to it.
Yeah,
though.
definitely, but a little bit different. I don't know.
It's got fruity notes to
It's
it.
got some fruit to it.
It's got a fruit note to it. That's
So-
weird.
You can smell the bite, but you know that it's going to be okay with the fruit.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but it's such that the IPA is always such a distinctive smell, though. Any IPA that you pick up and smell. I've had quadruple hopped IPAs, and you can smell this from about half a mile away. That's the problem. They
It's
open
kind of
that
subdued,
bottle.
but it's actually a little strong. I
Yeah,
mean,
this doesn't smell overpowering in the least.
And this is out of a bomber, and usually bombers are 22 ounces. This one's a little bit bigger. This one is about 25 and a half ounces. So a little bit bigger than your normal bomber. And we're also going to try something a little bit different tonight, where I'm going to try a little bit of a taste comparison with a regular palate compared to maybe some sweetness from, because I got pomegranates tonight. The Jewish fruit. Or maybe not the Jewish fruit, but
The Jew fruit.
the Jew fruit.
The Druit.
What's your initial thought of this beer, Chris? From an IPA standpoint.
I'm not normally an IPA fan. I'm going to throw that out there. I like IPAs. I will not usually go out of my way to drink an IPA but as far as IPAs go, it still has that bite. It's got that hoppy bite to it. It's got that bitterness. But it's a back of the tongue bitterness, whereas most IPAs I find tend to be sort of the full, your entire tongue gets washed over with it. This is back of the tongue. The fruity notes are very pronounced here. Which fruits?
I'm going for darker fruits here.
Absolutely darker
Or
fruit.
something, maybe some plums.
No,
I'm getting some plums. I'm getting some fig. I'm getting much darker fruits. I'm not really getting a lot. There's some lightness. It's a good combination of dark and light fruits. I mean, you're getting some summery fruits, but you're also getting those kind of wintry fruits.
yeah.
It's a good balance.
It wouldn't be particularly a winter beer, but this would go. This would go fantastic with is something spicy.
I think so.
Spicy food with this, brilliant.
This would definitely back it off. What do you think?
What about you, Freddie?
I know that the IPA taste to it is very pronounced after about a second or so, and then it gets a lot stronger, and then it mixes with the fruity taste, and then it kind of backs off, and then it kind of comes back to you again. It's kind of strange. Maybe it's it kind of lets the fruit flavor take over for a second, and then the pale ale part or the IPA part come a lot stronger after.
It's like a rolling assault.
Yeah. I mean,
will,
I have to say, it's a very good IPA. It's got deep hints of fruit. It has that very balanced bitter bite to it also, but it's not so bitter that it's overpowering. I mean, there's nothing worse than an IPA in my opinion, where it's just so bitter that it's hard to get out.
Those are the quadruple hopped.
Yeah.
The quadruple hopped IPAs I've had are always been too bitter.
And usually those quadruple hops are also high in alcohol also.
Oh yes,
so,
it was a 9%.
Yeah,
so to be fair.
And also with those types of beers, you're getting the hoppy bite. However, with the 9%, which is a higher ABV, you're getting the sweetness of the alcohol. So it's a good balance when you're getting quadruple hops. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna just pomegranate to me it's a very sweet fruit, but it's a bitter back end on it. Mm-hmm. So just take don't take the white because the white is the bitter part. But
poison.
But to me, pomegranates are very much like raisins in a way. They're almost like cranberries. They're
like
a cross
cranberry,
between cranberries and raisins. I like the texture of pomegranates personally. I mean, I think they're fun fruits to eat too, but I like seeded fruits.
A little more, yeah.
Just let it wash over you. I don't know if this is proving a point. Probably not proving any point at all. I just want to see if we can get more from this IPA.
No. Now,
I don't see much of a change. Not a whole stark difference of a change.
It's not a huge. I'm getting a more clean taste.
I was just about to say, I feel like it's got a cleaner bit. It's got a cleaner bite to it now.
Yeah, it's not anything with the flavor changing per se. There's nothing really vastly different about how this beer is tasting now, but with the pomegranate kind of sweetening your palate and also cleaning your palate at the same time. You're tasting more of the hops in my how I think now. It's like I'm not getting more of the fruit tones or the citrus tones. I'm getting more of the hoppy, bitter hints to it. So that's not necessarily bad.
No.
I like that because this is a very subdued hoppy beer.
I was gonna point out.
We like tangents on the show.
The color of the beer.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that. Right?
I was gonna say I've been
orange.
looking at it. It's an amber. It's really weird because it does not taste like it should have the amber color.
Yeah, it seems like a lighter. It should be a lighter, but I mean, IPAs are this darker. I mean, you go from this is probably about one of the lightest IPAs I've seen. I mean, I would say maybe the Dogfish Head is very reminiscent of this. It just keeps getting darker and darker. It's like when you get to about the 120 or the 120.
The 120.
It gets to a very darkish.
120 is the darkest IPA I've ever seen.
It's quite hazy.
Actually, I take that back. Stone is the darkest IPA.
Well, I mean, they just kick ass with their IPAs. So.
Yeah.
I mean, Stone is on the West Coast, Stone is the king of the IPA. On the East Coast, Dogfish Head is the king of the IPA.
You got Vermont, and then you have Stone comes from California.
California.
Yeah, you have Vermont, you have California. So yeah.
Let's get your final opinion of this beer overall. What do you give? Okay, we give a thumbs up, a thumbs down here. So, I mean, you can't give it half and half.
No. As someone who's not an IPA fan, as someone who normally doesn't go out of his way to drink IPAs, if I do, it's got to be good. I'm going to give this a thumbs up purely because of drinkability and purely because I feel like I can actually drink this IPA, not get too overwhelmed with it halfway through, not say to myself, you know what, I don't really want anything else, and because I can see myself if I was sitting here eating this with a burrito. Not to oversell my Mexican. No, I know, not to oversell the Mexican heritage, but with a burrito covered in my favorite hot sauce, Louisiana Crystal.
Oh, Crystal too.
Louisiana Crystal. I'd be happy. It'd be a good mix, and so thumbs up.
Yeah, I like the spice with the IPA and the sweetness and the kind of subtly sour taste of it.
Exactly.
It would be a really. I mean, that could be dinner.
That'd be a delicious dinner.
What do you think?
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Give it why.
I like its smell. I think is my favorite. It's got the very pungent, fruity flavor to it. But when you start drinking it, I think the IPA part of it is just like pretty basic. To be honest, I just wasn't impressed by it. So in my opinion, I'd have to give it a thumbs down.
Ooh, harsh
man.
From Simon, the son of our trio. I'll be the Paula, don't worry. It's great, you guys.
From
Come on, Randy.
From an IPA standpoint, and a beer all-around standpoint as well, I give this beer 2 thumbs up. The drinkability is very, very, very high. Quite sessionable IPA, which you don't really hear a lot about IPAs as being sessionable beers. I mean, if you drink this, this is a big beer. This isn't your regular bomber.
This is not for one person.
This is slightly larger. This is actually 25.4 fluid ounces of beer, so you're getting a little more bang for your buck. But the beer itself, high drinkability, nice subtle hoppy notes to it, especially if you're going to clean your palate. I don't know if you don't like pomegranates, or if you don't like a palate cleanser. We were just doing this for. All right. So this was once again the BBC, the Blulegrass Brewing Company, Professor Gesser, right?
Gesser.
Professor Gesser's Indian Pale Ale. If you have the means, by all means, pick this beer up. I don't know how much it was. Nicole wouldn't tell me. I would say this is probably in the range of about $6 or $7 at the most for a big bomber, and it's very good. So that's about it. Thanks for coming over, guys.
Hey, no problem. Do it anytime. So
having the 6th night of Hanukkah beer with me and everything like that.
I'll do for the rest of the 12 nights of Hanukkah too.
12, fuck you. Get it right. 8.
Holidays all wrong.
17. I apologize.
Be Hanukkah every day.
Happy Hanukkah every day.
Later though. But thanks for watching. Subscribe, do all that shit. Getting close to 200 subscribers.
Really?
Getting up there.
Wow.
I'm finally almost gonna reach that plateau. Don't know when, but
honey,
soon.
I'm gonna make it 200. So.
You better subscribe 8 times.
I will.
Show off.
Shut up.
So thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Happy Hanukkah, Shalom.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, and we will see you guys for the 7th night. Well, I will see you for the 7th night. I don't know if these 2 guys will.
I would join you every night if I could.
Well, we'll talk about it. Maybe you'll come over for 7th night, because tomorrow's 7th night of Hanukkah, obviously, because it's after 6.
Of course, yeah, that's how it works. So.
These are numbers, people, not integers.
They're random. They're imaginary.
Imaginary numbers.
There's an I before Hanukkah.
So, take it easy. Happy holidays, all that good shit, and I will see you guys later. So, take it easy.